select service, lunar libraries, and election elements. All this and more as the Stafford Weekly News starts now. Welcome to the Friday, March 13th edition of the Stafford Weekly News. I'm Randall Williams. Stafford City Council member Xavier Herrera recently received some good news, and he'd like to share it with all of us.
Stafford City Council member Xavier Herrera is stepping into a major federal role. He was recently appointed as the chairman for the United States Selective Service of Texas. We sat down with him to discuss what this position entails, starting with the basics.
Hi, my name is Xavier Herrera. I currently serve as a Stafford City Council member, position number 5. I was recently appointed to serve as chairman for the United States Selective Services of Texas, the local boards and commissions. Also was appointed in 2018 to serve initially on that board.
For those unfamiliar with the Selective Service system, can you explain what your responsibilities will be as a chairman for the state of Texas?
When a male turns the age of 18, they are requested to go ahead and sign up for the Selective Services Commission. And that's basically if we ever go to have an engagement with another country and students are called up, young adults are called up, then they'll be called up, drafted to go ahead and serve in our armed forces. We have approximately a little over 3,700 local boards, and that the local boards will hear various appeals, challenges of their status of being qualified to serve in the military.
This is a significant federal appointment. Can you walk us through the process of how a local leader from Stafford is elevated to a statewide federal role?
I expressed my interest in, all of a sudden I got a call and was told, go ahead and apply for this. Didn't have any packet of information, so I submitted my resume, and it was a couple of months. Evidently, they did a pretty extensive search and, research about me, and they interviewed folks. And in 2018, I was appointed to serve as a local board member. And just last year, unbeknownst to me, it was asked, the person who I precede had held that position and had some issues, and was going to go ahead and leave his post. Last year, was finally given the green light. We had some issues there because of the government shutdown. I was advised that one of the senators wanted to go ahead and get a little bit more information about this appointment. And then I was advised, well, he's looking at it. Well, I want to look at it too. I truly, honestly encourage anybody who's interested to either please let me know or go ahead and contact the United States Selective Services Commission.
How does your new role align with your long-standing commitment to public service here in the city of Stafford?
Public service, for me, was thrust upon me at a very early age. Product of the University of Houston, political science. My family has been entrenched in public service for their entire lives, which kind of threw me in there. Being involved in my children's lives through the PTO and the boosters, and then going to school board and then city council, it was a natural process. I think it's a great avenue to go ahead and serve our community in the micro level, community-wise, but also in the federal level to go ahead and get contacts, resources, and bring them back down to Stafford.
What does it mean to you personally to represent Stafford on a federal board appointed by the President's office?
I am very humbled. I'm very appreciative. I look back on everything, and a lot of times I've been lost for words because I've been thrust into certain situations, certain roles, and you know, it means a lot to me in everything that I do, especially now that we're talking, you know, a federal appointment. It's a big deal for me, and I know that I don't just carry my name. I know I don't just carry my family and whatnot, but also our community. For me, it's just making sure that we do the best job that we can. Hopefully, I'll never have to go ahead and make the calls and whatnot that we have to do, but we stand ready to assist in whatever way we can. You know, in Texas we have 54 local boards, a little over 3,700 in the United States, and you know, just in Texas alone, we're constantly communicating, be working with our folks in Washington and whatnot, and we stand ready to assist.
We want to thank Xavier Herrera for taking time for this interview. For Stafford Weekly News, I'm Mal Morales.
The taser has gone through various improvements during its use in law enforcement. Stafford PD now has the latest in training technology to support it.
We purchased it in, I believe, October, and we have just now gone through the process of being trained on how to use the equipment. Axon does a good job shipping you the product, but then there's a little bit of downtime until they can get somebody here that is a subject matter expert in the VR stuff. So we finally got our training, I would say, beginning of February. And we have, our intent is to start using this in March and April as we go through block training, and we do the TASER 10 transition course with the officers and the detectives. So this is something that is going to be part of everybody's training moving forward. And then as and when either somebody comes to us and says, hey, I would like to practice X, Y, Z, we'll be able to break it out for them and set time aside to walk them through scenarios, much like we're doing here. We can watch it on a tablet or a screen, and we can see everything that they're seeing. And so we can help train or give advice, you know, on good practices and, you know, how to remain safe while doing these different things. And we've got the white taser. White is a training taser. Okay. We don't like to mix firearms or live weaponry into any training situation. So that's, I'm verbalizing it to you so that you can check and see with your own eyes. To this.
In this exercise, you will deploy TASER 10 at targets. Threat.
Taser, taser, taser.
Threat.
So you see the yellow portions and the green portions, Randall? Yes. So yellow is portions that are not target areas. We don't want to use the taser in sensitive areas or in areas that are considered close dart to heart. Even though this has such a low risk of creating a cardiac event, there's always a minor risk. So when we do training, we train for the green areas. And of course, you know, the groin, we don't train to shoot there. Another cool feature that we have here is community engagement training. And so what this is, you can use it with, you know, let's say the Citizens Police Academy. When we put that on, this is something that they'd be able to go through so that they can see what it's like to be a police officer and how you can escalate or de-escalate things.
I just need you to come out with nothing in your hands, okay? You're gonna be safe.
Ma'am, let me see your other hand.
My name is Officer Hart. We just need to talk for a second. Can you come on out so we can talk? Your name's Becky, right? We're just here to help, Becky. We just need to talk about what's going on inside.
Ma'am, let me see your hands.
Drop it. I don't want anyone to get
Let me
hurt.
see your hands. Ma'am,
521
drop the knife.
subject
Drop
on
the
scene.
knife.
I got one at gunpoint.
drop the knife. Drop the knife. Use the taser device or you use lethal? Would you rather end the scenario safely by deploying the taser device, or do you let it compound into a lethal force?
Rampaging lions, next. The Lunar New Year was February 17th, and the George Memorial Library in Richmond held its annual Lantern Festival to celebrate.
Today we are celebrating the Lunar New Year Festival, the year of the fire horse, and we are bringing in all the fun. We have Chinese calligraphy here, we have Tai Chi. We've got the North American Chinese Youth Orchestra performing on traditional Chinese instruments. And we also have, of course, things for kids like the Lucky Lantern riddle game, where you have to challenge yourself for the new year and see if you can get the riddle correct. And if you do, you get a prize. So we also have the ceremonial lion dance performed by the USA Shaolin lion dance team. And they are coming to bring in good fortune for the year and to scare away all the bad luck for 2026. Upcoming, we have the Walking in Verse event, which is interactive theater in collaboration with the Live Oak Playhouse, who has come here repeatedly year after year for the last 2 years. And they will be bringing Shakespeare to life. They'll be bringing Mother Goose. We'll have Phyllis Wheatley, Maya Angelou. So come stop on by and meet your poet and get to know them a little better. And then on April 25th, we are having the Poetry Jam, which is a contest for everyone ages 13 and up. And we will have money prizes in 3 divisions. One will be for teens, one will be for adults, and then we have the community choice, which will be chosen by you. So stop on by and please submit now.
The SMSD Board of Trustees will have elections for positions 6 and 7 in May, with only one of the races contested. So, here are the candidates for that position.
The race for Stafford MSD Board of Trustees continues. Joycelyn Bennett, the district's Teacher of the Year, is looking to take her experience from the classroom to the boardroom. We asked her what inspired her to step up and run for a seat on the dais.
Hey, I'm Joycelyn Bennett. I am your District Teacher of the Year, your Teacher of the Year, and your most awesome parent. Let the students tell it. I'm running for Stafford School Board because I know what it takes to change the education system.
What inspired you to run for SMSD School Board Position 6 at this specific time in the district's history?
So what inspired me to run for school board is that majority of the school board members now, they're not in education. I live in education. I am education. My degrees are education. So with that being said, I want to give the students the benefit of someone who's been in their shoes, who's taught them, and who is active in the community to change it.
What is one area or program within SMSD that you feel is currently being overlooked and deserves more resources or attention?
All right, so for this question, for me, it's going to be the student support system that addresses the whole child. It's not just, oh, can they pass a test? Can they pass a test? Are they mentally well enough to pass the test? They may be educated, they may be able to solve equations, but are they mentally sound to pass the test and go do well and implement it into real world? So implementing resources that allow children not only academic success, mental health success, and real life success.
How do you plan to bridge the communication gap between the school board and the parents or taxpayers of Stafford?
All right, so communication within the school, it starts with transparency. We have to start allowing parents, students, teachers to have a voice, not just the people we vote into office, but everybody in the community. It takes a community to build a better school system.
If elected, what is the very first policy or initiative you hope to introduce to the board?
One of the first initiatives I would like to bring into the board is community engagement and opportunities for students to have better access to mental health resources, academic resources, and community resources that lead them to real careers in the real world.
What differentiates your approach to educational leadership from the current representation of Position 6?
I have the knowledge of helping these kids inside the classroom and outside the classroom. I'm not just a teacher, I'm a parent. I am in the classroom in both ways, and I'm a taxpayer. So I know what the community expects of a school, and I know what a teacher expects of students. And I know as a parent what I expect of my child's school, and I want to be that change.
We decide to ask our candidates some favorite questions, like their favorite local spot to grab a quick lunch.
Favorite spot to grab lunch? It's so many, but I think for me it's gonna be Tornado Burger. It's so good.
How about one word that describes Stafford Municipal School District?
Ambitious, because the people in Stafford, nothing is the limit. You can go fight for whatever you want, but you have to have a plan to get there and to execute it.
Do you prefer Friday Night Lights or a Saturday community festival?
I love Friday Night Lights. I mean, as the cheer coach, I want to see my Spartans win and take home the gold every time.
If you could describe your goal for the year in one word, what would it be?
Whew, there's so many, but let's be very clear. It's not going to happen overnight. My biggest goal is to understand where the problems lie, and let's fix that, and then add the new goals.
Election day is quickly approaching. Make sure your voter registration is up to date before heading to the polls. The race for Stafford MSD Board of Trustees position number 6 is officially underway. Incumbent Adam Sanchez is running to keep his seat on the dais. We sat down with the trustee to discuss his record, the district's upcoming challenges, and his vision for the future of Stafford students. Mr. Sanchez, you've served on the board during a period of significant change for SMSD. What do you consider your most impactful contribution to the district during your current term?
Well, contributions, I don't like to say I, because we're a team of 8 on the board, and we're very cohesive and have our eye on the prize is student outcomes. So when I say contributions, I think of school safety. We were able to put a Stafford police officer at every campus to ensure our learning environment is also safe. We also approved one of the biggest teacher salary increases in district history. And we're also going to start participating in the teacher incentive allotment, which will incentivize high-performing teachers to stay and grow with our district. And another thing is our programs. Our programs have expanded, whether it's the STEM, whether it's college, our CTE programs, which automotive and esports, robotics, all of those have all expanded and gave more pathways to our students. So once they leave our campus, they're able to go into the real world and actually succeed and fulfill their full potential.
What are the top 3 issues currently facing SMSD students and faculty that you feel require immediate attention in the next term?
First and foremost, our longest serving superintendent, Dr. Bostic, is retiring. And so the board is tasked to find the new superintendent. And that's one of the most important decisions a board will ever make, sitting up there at the dais. So we want to provide our next superintendent an easy transition into leadership and give them every resource they need to succeed while pushing our district forward. Our Texas public education landscape is ever changing. Our representatives in Austin sometimes don't like to play ball with us, but we just have to navigate going forward. And some of the legislative priorities were the vouchers, the school choice. That's also going to affect our district, and as much as every district in Texas, with funding and our enrollment. So we have to get creative as a board to attract not only the students in Stafford, but to keep the students in Stafford, going forward and make it more attractive than, a private school, a charter school, a home school, or even any other district that are our neighbors. Number 3 would be expanding our programs for our CTE programs, our STEM programs that give our students the best opportunity to succeed once they leave Stafford MSD. And so, whether that's robotics, whether that's, culinary, all of our different programs that we offer make us more attractive to newer families and families in general to come to Stafford MSD. And moving forward, I always believe that strong schools need strong leadership and strong partnerships with our community.
As Stafford continues to grow, how do you plan to balance fiscal responsibility with the need for modernizing our school facilities?
Expanding our programs like fine arts, our athletic facilities, our facilities in general, and making sure they're modernized to fit the needs of our students, but also investing in a proper way that helps us be good stewards of the taxpayers' money, so we don't burden our taxpayers, but we're still providing an adequate and top-of-the-line infrastructure and buildings and technology that we can give to our students moving forward into the future.
Beyond standardized testing, how are you working to ensure Stafford graduates are truly college or career ready?
Well, that's our mission statement, which is being every student leaving Stafford college, career, military ready without remediation. So that means putting them in the proper position to take advantage, whether they go to college, whether they go to the military, whether they go to a trade school, or they're ready for the workforce. We have programs that you can go and manage a kitchen right out of high school with our culinary program. We have automotive, we have welding that are in-demand careers that are gonna make great money whether you go to college or not. But we also have programs like our dual credit program with HCC that a student could basically have his associate's degree before they walk the stage and receive their high school diploma, which is immensely an advantage when you're talking about student loan debt, whether you're talking about just paying for college in general. You're already a junior when you step into a college or university with your associate's degree, which is going to put an immense advantage to that student and the family going forward, and possibilities are endless. And we would like to capture that and expand that. Our numbers are 96, 97 of CCMR, which is college, career, military readiness, and that's way leaps and bounds above the state average, which is about 60 to 70 right now. And I think, as the board's priority is to focus on that, and that's our mission statement. That's our North Star. That's where we're going towards. So if we can, get everything in line with that, I think everything falls into place, from ECC, when you go to the elementary, the middle school, the high school, and beyond, we want to put our students in the best possible, action plan to take advantage of everything that we offer here, and sky's the limit for Stafford Spartans.
And lastly, why should the voters of Stafford grant you another term to lead Position 6?
My willingness to serve, sometimes it's long nights. Our president, Ash Hamarani, likes to joke that we have the big salary of $0 and 0 cents to do this great job, and it's really a great opportunity to serve your community. And I've always wanted to leave my community better than what I left it. Not saying I'm leaving, but we always want to serve and give back, and I think our board is aligned in that public service is great, and what we want to do is make Stafford the shining star of our city, our region. Going forward, I love the opportunity to keep serving, and that's what I plan on doing, and doing it the best of my ability.
We want to thank Adam Sanchez for sitting down with us for this interview. For Stafford Weekly News, I'm Mal Morales.
That's a wrap on our news for this week. Thank you for joining us. For everyone here at Stafford Weekly News, I'm Randall Williams. May all your news be good news.
This program was produced at City Hall of Stafford, Texas, in association with Houston City College.